Hello Normans, and welcome back to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Natalie Gold. Stay tuned for news on upcoming senior events.
And more on the 2022 midterm election. Around the school in 30 minutes,
this is the Norman News.
Hello Normans. As the seasons are changing and we see a huge uprise in the flu, especially after Halloween and other holiday celebrations, the flu is spreading like wildfire and is taking over Los Angeles by storm. While there is unfortunately no really way to avoid the virus, to take precautions, we advise that you get your flu shot, wash your hands, and try to stay away from anyone who has been sick. Please stay safe, Normans, and stay warm this holiday season. Now to Natalie with school news.
December 2nd, 2022. The shirts will have BHHS written on it with big block letters, and 23 will be written underneath. If you want to participate, you must pre-order your shirt online or at the student store by November 10th. These shirts will be $15 with the Go card or $18 without a Go card. The Career Center will be hosting a business Zoom on November 7th from 4 p.m. to 4:45 p.m. While this is early notice, the senior panoramic picture will be taken place on November 30th at 8:45 a.m. on the football field. Now to Jason with more school news.
Thanks, Natalie. Hello, Normans. Beverly Hills High School and the Norman Performance Company present The Play That Goes Wrong. Showings are on November 10th, 12th, 17th, 18th, and 19th at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the 19th. General admission is $15 and student admission is $10. All showings will be in the Horace Mann Auditorium. The address is 8701 Charlieville Boulevard. Now to Eden with international news.
Thank you, Jason. 14,000 people have been arrested in Iran during protests that have been taking place since September. Activists and experts are characterizing the protests as a national uprising and one of the biggest challenges to the Iranian regime since its founding. In the last month, Iran's protesters have targeted the economic and political centers of the regime. Videos showed people throwing rocks at police in the center of Tehran. All over the world, people have protested, including in Canada, where Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his wife took to the streets on Saturday with other demonstrators to show their support for protesters in Iran. During the protests, Trudeau highlighted several rounds of sanctions imposed by the Canadian government against senior Iranian officials over the last month. Additionally, a protest was held in Beverly Hills this Saturday, and thousands of people showed up to support. Now to a field report on more of the protest. We are here today at Beverly Hills City Hall, where protesters have joined together to fight for the Iranian woman and for freedom in Iran. Thousands of protesters joined together and marched the streets of Beverly Hills from 1 p.m. this afternoon. Protests started 2 months ago when Mahsa Amini was killed under police custody in Iran for showing her hair under her hijab. Iranian women have a clear message. They are tired of the Islamic regime and want to see change. They want to see freedom and they want to have equal women's rights. There are 3 words that protesters have been continuously chanting today, and that is Zan, Zendegi, Azadi, and that translates to woman, life, freedom. Woman, life, freedom. We want to see freedom for the women of Iran.
I'm very proud of the resolution passed by Beverly Hills and as well as the resolution that was passed by the Board of Education for the Beverly Hills Unified School District. Our policies and our practices are anti-discrimination, and we are for equality and equal opportunity for all, and especially for all of our girls and all of our women.
You got the entire city standing in solidarity with the women of Iran for regime change that enough is enough, and injustice anywhere is it's just unacceptable. And I'm so thrilled that we were able to host this in Beverly Hills, and I'm thrilled with how many people are out here, and the solidarity we're all in with the women of Iran. Enough is enough.
We're with you. We wish we'd be in Iran, shoulder to shoulder. The best we could do is over here, making our voice sent out to the government, and hopefully the UN resolution will pass and remove them from women's human rights, and soon they would be held accountable for what they're doing.
Currently, they have rejoined in front of the City Hall, where several speakers, including Mayor Lily Bossi and Councilmember Sharona Nazarian, are speaking in front of the crowd.
And I am so proud that our city council is united, and you will hear from all of them, that we were among the first to pass a resolution. And not only a resolution, but a strong resolution. A resolution calling on the UN, calling on the president, calling on the vice president, calling on the world to stand united with us. We are with you. We are united, and we need everyone across the world to learn from what we did here today. This is about humanity. This is about the soul of Iran and of all of us.
Beverly Hills stands in solidarity with the women of Iran. From KBEP 6, I'm Eden Hatanian.
Thank you, Eden, for the field report. Election day is coming up, and for the ones who can vote, there are a few things you may want to know. If there were to be a voting disruption, the county and the local officials across the states are responsible for carrying out the balloting and organizing the votes. So if an interference occurs, the officials of that location will decide how to handle it. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you're at a polling location and you believe that you have registered but are being turned away, you can request a provisional ballot, which will be counted after officials determine your status. Don't get out of line if you're in when polls close, because you should still have the opportunity to cast your ballot. Experts from the League of Women Voters said that checking your name, avoiding the crowd, knowing what's on your ballot, all of those things can help voters have a less stressful, easier election day experience. Now to Noor with local news. Thank you. Thanks, Akira. The city of Beverly Hills has just announced that a new luxury hotel will be opening up on the 400 block of North Rodeo Drive. The new hotel is called Cheval Blanc, and it was developed by Louis Vuitton. The hotel will be a combination of a private club and retail store. The hotel will be about $2,000 per night, which will generate revenue for the city. The development will begin within a year, and the estimated completion date is sometime in 2027. Louis Vuitton paid $465 million for the property and plans to spend $666 million on construction. Councilmember Sharona Nazarian said this will be a true gift to the community. Now let's send it to the field report.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to KBEP Special Report. My name is Natasha Jadidolahi, and today we are here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel at the Mediterranean rooftop restaurant Santa Lina for Business with Bossy. What is Business with Bossy? Business with Bossy is an initiative created by our amazing Beverly Hills Mayor, Lily Bossy, to help restore clientele and bring the community back together after COVID-19. We got to speak with the owners of Santa Lina, one of which is an alumni from Beverly, and Lily Bossy, to see what they have to say. I'm here with the owners of Santa Lina. Can you guys please introduce yourselves?
I'm John Terzian.
And I'm Brian Toll.
So what was the inspiration for Santa Lina? Like, what made you want to open a Mediterranean restaurant?
I wouldn't say that we went into this thinking like what should we do a Mediterranean? It actually kind of came to us. We were in the middle of COVID, and we couldn't open our other restaurants. So we have a few places in West Hollywood, Delilah and The Nice Guy, and we weren't able to open because you couldn't open indoors. And we're friendly with the owners of the hotel, and they basically came to us and said, we have this gorgeous rooftop just sitting here. You could really do and create anything you want up there. Do you think you would take it for a restaurant space? And so we talked and said it's gorgeous. You can't beat this view. And so we kind of said what concept would work up there. And coming up here and feeling it, we felt like a Mediterranean restaurant would work. And so kind of went the opposite way versus like, here's the concept, where can we put it?
And how is it working with the Beverly Hilton Hotel?
It's pretty amazing, actually. We know we're both born and bred Los Angeles. Brian here is a Beverly Hills High alum. Yep. So it's really our stomping ground. You know, I grew up, 5-10 minutes from here. So did he. We know the area so well. To us, we're all, especially how H-Wood was built, we're all about history. And I think Beverly Hilton has the most history. So that part has been really cool for us. And I think there's no better place actually for this type of concept in this location. So it's pretty cool and it's worked out really well.
Beautiful restaurant.
Thank you.
And my last question is, what would you say is your favorite dish out on the whole menu?
Great question. So many good dishes. The dips are really phenomenal, and I love the kebabs. The chicken kebab is really good here.
This is very easy. The chicken schnitzel. Quite fantastic. So,
Thank you guys.
thank you.
So I'm here with our fantastic mayor, Lily Bossy.
Aw, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic, and I'm especially doing fantastic because you're here.
Oh, thank
No, and I
you.
really mean that. To have you here, because as you probably know, I went to the Beverly Hills schools.
Really?
So to have you here just excites me. Anytime I'm around anybody that has anything to do with our schools, it's my happy place. So honestly, as great as tonight is, I feel extra happy that you're here today.
Thank you so much for having us. So, Business with Bossy is such a huge success. And what made you want to start it? What was the initiative?
Oh, I love it. To me, there's many things. One, we have such great businesses in our city.
Yeah.
They're the gem of our community. And I love people. And I think it's such a great way to bring our community into our businesses, and a great way to show off our great gems of our community, as well as, we had to be apart for a few years, so you feel the energy and the excitement that people are so happy to be together again. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for businesses, and it's a win-win for all of us, because what we love about our community is it feels like a family, and you can just feel the energy and excitement in the air.
Yeah, and what are your future plans for Beverly Hills? If you want to give us a little insight.
Well, I grew up here. Our boys went to Beverly Hills High School. My roots and everything, I believe that everything that I am is because of this city. So to me, the future is you guys.
Yeah.
So I really view that I need to hear your voices, and that you're the ones that are going to help take us into the future, because I myself went to the Beverly Hills schools, lived here, and became very, very active here. And I think the future is all of us, our shared vision, and taking us into what the magic that Beverly Hills is.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
I'm here with
Tiffany Davis and Noel Freeman.
So they're here at Business with Bossy, and what do you guys do for the city?
I'm the chair of Next Beverly Hills, which is a city committee. And I'm a part of the committee and a former chair, and also a Beverly Hills Human Relations Commissioner.
So what does Business with Bossy mean to you, and how do you think it benefits the community?
I think it's an amazing way to bring the community together. It's always got a great turnout, and it's just a great way for us to come together, network, and learn about new businesses. Yeah, I think that the idea of Business with Bossy was to revitalize the business community coming out of COVID and really give them that nurturing love and care that really only the city of Beverly Hills does. So Tiffany made a great point. It shows you about restaurants and other businesses that you wouldn't otherwise have gone to. A couple people tonight were like, oh, I've always wanted to come here, but I didn't have an opportunity to. So it helps bring exposure to new businesses and then brings the community together to support our local businesses.
And I know you've been to all of the Business with Bossy events. What would you say is your favorite restaurant so far?
Oh, wow. There's actually been a few. I love it up here because the views are amazing, of course. Yeah. I think Cheval was a lot of fun. We danced the entire time, so it was great. So, yeah, but they've all been wonderful in their own way. And what's been really special about them is that you learn something new. Even if you've been there, you kind of learn something new about their menu or just like a new space that you didn't know existed. So, yeah, it's great.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your night.
Okay, thank you.
Ready? So I'm here with Miss Marcus. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. It's such a beautiful place. Wow, I never even knew this place existed before.
I know, me neither.
If it wasn't for Business for Bossy, we wouldn't know about these things.
I know, exactly. So speaking of Business with Bossy, how do you feel that she's taking such a great initiative to bring the community back together?
Well, she's been always behind us. She used to do this when we walked with Lily, walk with the mayor. She would stop at businesses and we would learn about them. And here she is doing the same thing again, introducing us to the wonderful places that are new to us in Beverly Hills that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's an amazing. I think it's such a great and fantastic event she plans.
I look forward to every one that she does, and I don't want to miss a one of them.
Of course, me too. Thank you so much. Hi, so I'm here with
Larry Green.
Nice to meet you. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure, I'm a managing director for Kane Development, and I'm responsible for developing and running the Beverly Hilton and what's going to be the future Aman Hotel and Residences.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Aman Hotel, where it is, a little insight about it?
The Aman Hotel is one of the most special hotel brands in the world. It is really about a sense of place and a lifestyle, and they do it better than anybody else. And, we're looking to do something here in Beverly Hills that will just be exceptional and very special and very fitting with the neighborhood.
Of course. We can't wait to see it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Normans. My name is Houriani and welcome back to Pro Sports. Starting off, the Lakers lost their past two games against Utah and Cleveland, placing them at a 2-7 loss. The Lakers received comments from LeBron's ex-teammates regarding the lack of top-tier shooters on their team. Onto Major League Soccer, we see LAFC rise to the top of the Western Conference with a tie last Saturday against Philadelphia Union. That's all for Pro Sports. Now on to Mickey with School Sports.
Thank you, Ariane. Good morning, Normans. I'm Mickey Anavim coming to you with this week's school sports. With the conclusion of the fall season, I would like to congratulate all of our fall teams on successful seasons. The ending of the fall season means the beginning of the winter season, including girls water polo, girls and boys soccer, and girls and boys basketball. We're all looking forward to amazing seasons, and I will come back to you when the games start. Good luck, athletes, and go Normans! Now to Deborah with entertainment.
Thank you. Taylor Swift is enchanted to announce her next tour, the Eras Tour, featuring her chart-breaking record songs. The first leg of the tour will be in stadiums across the U.S., with international dates to be announced as soon as we can, Taylor stated in an interview with Jimmy Fallon. This is Taylor Swift's first tour in 4 years since her 1989 World Tour back in 2018, with her new album, Midnight, which dropped only a few weeks ago. Her songs have already claimed all top 10 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 list. Not only will she be showcasing her Midnight album in her tours, such as songs as Anti-Hero, Lavender Haze, and Lavender Haze, but also her past hit songs, including You Belong With Me, Our Song, Tell Me Why, 15, and many more. Natalie with this week's movie review.
Thank you, Deborah. Apple Plus starts November off with a new unique Christmas movie called Spirited. Ryan Reynolds will be starring alongside co-star Will Ferrell. The movie will revolve around protagonist Clete Briggs and his most terrible Christmas yet. He has been chosen to be haunted by a dark soul. Although this year they picked the wrong stooge. Clint will be now haunted, but instead he will haunt his ghost. The film will take a musical twist that will lighten the movie. I can't wait to watch this festive movie on November 11th to set the holiday mood. Now let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's movie trailer.
How did you know all that?
I didn't. I was just following you.
You were following me?
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up in the middle there.
Yeah, tap is new for me. It's
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
expressive medium. What is all of this?
I am your ghost of Christmas present.
Like a Christmas carol? What do you think I'm going to be all intrigued by what's behind the door?
Not even a little bit curious? Damn it! My first save, there was this little sick kid. What did they call him?
It was Tiny Tim.
No. Sweet kid, one crutch.
Nope.
Little Larry.
No, Tiny Tim.
Micro Mike. Super small Steve.
Holy.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Spirited looks amazing, and I can't wait to go check it out.
Go get your tickets for Spirited today. Now let's send it to Sophia with an interview.
And you guys actually filmed your first episode last Tuesday. So if you guys wanted to briefly explain what that podcast is about.
Of course. So our podcast is called the Beverly Hills Truth Seekers, and I'm looking at, and so it's a very casual podcast where we just talk about like our life and find an explanation and stuff that we need advice for, because like we don't want to go through all this stuff alone, so we want to like open up, and it's like a place to therapy ourselves.
People like we're teenagers, we go through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And Deborah, she's like the older sister kind of in the podcast where she like gives me advice about things. Sometimes I guess I give her advice about things. But it's a really fun, calm like podcast. Like it's kind of a therapy session where you guys can just listen and understand that you're not alone and there's a truth to everything.
Exactly.
That's really cool. I'm really happy that you guys have each other to, like speak about problems that are going on, and especially for other people to watch. Like I'm sure other people will enjoy that, and I know I will. So thank you guys for being part of today's interview. I'm Sophia Sadian. Now back to the desk.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Coming right off of October, this month has had no shortage of horror games to cover. As such, the current hit title of Scorn. But this year is the year of Warhammer. With games such as Darktide and Space Marine 2 on the rise, it felt fitting to celebrate the month of Orktober with a review of the best game of October, Shootas, Blood and Teeth. A run-and-gun game taking place in the grimdark setting of Warhammer 40k. You play as an orc, and choose your loadout at the beginning of each level, those being your clan, which does not affect your gameplay, your class, which has very little impact on gameplay, like giving you a small buff, or your guns, which have the most impact on your gameplay, determining completely how it works. You'll buy guns with teeth and find others throughout levels. You play as an orc, thrown off your crew after getting your hair squig, those being little parasitic beings that look like hair but are actually tiny creatures biting onto the skulls of orcs, stolen from your war boss, Gutwrecker, and are now on a quest for revenge. As stated prior, it's a run-and-gun game similar to something like Metal Slug, with movement being its core feature. While it's not the speed of light, it's something I can appreciate as I'm still able to face the chaos of the world, while also being able to comprehend what in God's name is going on. You explore the maps and kill enemies, and after a certain point, you get a meter where you get to scream at the top of your lungs going, What's this? Hello? Yes? What do you mean I can't scream on camera anymore? I barely made a sound and that blew out the mics? Theirs will be fine. Alright, I won't scream as loud this time. Excuse me, wah, where your gun becomes rapid fire. These are capped off with a boss fight, and at the end of each level, while this is fun, the only thing better than one big green boy screaming wah at the top of their lungs is multiple big green boys screaming wah at the top together. The multiplayer has been some of the most fun in any game I've had all year. Playing Shootas Blood and Teeth with a friend is genuinely a significantly improved experience. With local multiplayer and online, it becomes such a better game. This is done to their fantastic soundtrack of heavy metal that could best be defined as scrap metal. While it isn't something like Metal Gear Rising or DMC with its soundtrack, I definitely call it one of the best soundtracks to come out of the year. The graphics of this game have a very cartoony style, similar to that of something you might find on Newgrounds back in the day, making the game have this sense of fun, just great things to do. This is really important to someone like me, who sees how a lot of games often crush their own creative freedom in an attempt to look high budget or realistic. With these graphics, the game is able to force the player through a new lens of having the whole setting of 40K feel more like a playground than a nightmare, best expressed in the cutscenes and story. Which the story is filled full of references to the lore, and it's best if you understand some background stuff. And because I need an excuse to talk about Warhammer lore, and I genuinely think this will make you enjoy the game more, I'll go over some basics. Long story short, Warhammer is depressing as all hell, with all of humanity being ruled by a galaxy-wide religious extremist empire where humans conquer the stars in unknown billions in a doomed universe where planets are blown up on a whim, and thousands of people are sacrificed to keep a corpse god alive. And the humans are the good guys in this scenario, with demons and aliens and more finding ways to make the universe even more terrifying. And despite it all, the giant green stupid mushroom men known as the orcs find a way to make this stuff funny. The context of orcs is that they have this weird ability to whatever they think is real. They see the color of red as the color of speed, so they paint their cars red because they think it makes it go faster, and then it actually goes faster. They think purple is the sneakiest color. Do you want to know why? Have you ever seen a purple orc before? Exactly. They have two gods, Gork and Mork. One is brutally cunning and the other is cunningly brutal. Do you want to know why they have two gods? Because if you have one god, who is it going to fight? This logic is carried into the cutscenes and the graphics, which portray the darkness of this world as cartoony and whimsical. Not in a creepy way, but almost as though they're like parodying the setting they're in. The cutscenes are so funny. My personal favorites include the Imperial Knight intro, with copious amounts of titles that our main character literally falls asleep through, and the Gene Stealer cult being seen almost like an opera of all things. Also, just the voice acting is incredible. The dialogue is witty and delivered just perfectly. It's silly and cathartic and everything that Warhammer stands against. And it really lives by the motto of, the setting is grimdark, but the stories don't have to be. Now, the game is very short, being around 3 hours for a successful run, but considering the $30 price tag, that can be a little pricey. But it becomes more enjoyable the more you play, and I genuinely think replaying the game makes it feel so much better. Overall, I recommend Shootas Blood and Teeth. It's short, cheap, and hilarious. A perfect way to have a good time with some friends. Now, to the gaming trailer.
Yeah, whatever. That wasn't me. Wait, that's right.
Thanks, Matthew. This week, Drake and 21 Savage dropped a new album together. They're both one of the greatest artists of the generation. This album was a surprise, and we were, as streamers, found out about it at the very last minute. Due to the fact that this album was being dropped, A Boogie with a Hoodie, changed his album release date to December. His album was supposed to be dropped on Thursday night as well. Personally, some of my favorite tracks from this album would be Treacherous Twins, Spin 'Bout You, and More M's. Now to another field report.
Hi Normans, I'm Neman with KBEV. Today, Ariane will be asking students about their goals for 2023. Let's see what the students have to say.
What are your goals for 2023?
I'm just trying to pass Algebra 2 next year, man. That's going to be really hard.
Any other goals for your other classes at all?
Not really. I should be fine aside from that, but just mainly math.
Okay, I wish you luck. What are your goals for 2023?
My goals are to be successful and have a fulfilled year.
Anything specific that you want to be successful in? School, the gym, anything?
Life.
Life? Okay. Very good luck. Good luck. What are your goals for 2023?
My goals, to get my money up and just live life.
Are you looking to be accepted by any colleges?
I'm going to be taking my talents to Santa Monica College, so probably not.
Not applying anywhere?
Yeah, but we'll see.
Okay. I wish you luck.
Wish you luck too.
Thank you. What are your goals for 2023?
To get lit at SMC.
Oh, you're not applying anywhere?
Maybe UCLA, but not for now.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
What are your goals for 2023?
My goals is to get accepted into college, hopefully NYU, be in New York, study abroad hopefully, and not go to SMC.
Are you excited to move away?
Yes, I'm very excited. It's a different experience, and college is just something new for me.
Okay, very good answer. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
What are your goals for 2023?
To have fun.
Anything goal-like you want to accomplish?
Success.
Okay, those are great goals.
I would just say to try harder and just to study more.
Okay, great. What are your goals for 2023?
Run as fast as Ariane.
You're going to do track and field?
Yes.
Okay. What are your goals for 2023?
My goals are to go to college, hopefully UCLA.
Okay. What are your goals for 2023?
To get into college.
Any college specific?
UCLA.
Okay, good luck. What are your goals for 2023?
I hope to get accepted to a college, commit to a college, and go to college.
What college?
Hopefully U Chicago.
Okay, good.
I wish all the students will complete their goals and have a prosperous year. Thanks everyone, and let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you. I'm Chloe, and today I'm here with London. As we've just begun November, Thanksgiving is coming up in just a few weeks, and that means a long weekend and holiday vacation start. London, do you have any plans for Thanksgiving break?
At the moment, I have no plans, but I'm probably going to stay in town, and I really am looking forward to the holiday. I can't wait to spend time with my family and friends and enjoy the long weekend.
That's a great plan, and I think I'll be doing the same. Normans, if you're planning on traveling this Thanksgiving, make sure to stay safe. Thank you so much for joining us, London. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Chloe, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Norman News. I'm Grace Suomi.
And I'm Natalie Gold. We will see you next week.